So we have the 3 packages here: the Essential, the Extra, the Premium. So first off, it's good to start with the price. You can see it's £7 a month, £20 for 3 months, and £50 for the year on the Essential. Moving up to PlayStation Plus Extra, it's £11 per month, £32 for 3 months, and £84 for the year. And for the Premium, this is only my current plan because I think it was given to me for free when they made this upgrade. That might be the same for everyone, but I am most certainly going to be moving back to the Essential. I might as well say that now, even though this is my current plan. It's £13.49 every month, £40 for 3 months, and £100 for the year. Again, not too expensive if you spread it out over the 12 months, but it's a hefty amount if you're not getting any use out of the extras that come along with it. So now we know the prices, it's time to look at the benefits we get from each one. You can see here we get some cloud storage, share play, some game help. Come on, that's not really a benefit, you don't want to be paying for that. Online multiplayer, this is a big one. So if you're an online game player, you're going to need yourself the Essential PlayStation Plus, and that's where I would say most people come in the door. They have about 45 million subscribers at the moment, PlayStation, so I imagine most of them get in on the online multiplayer need. But that's definitely an essential. So if you do want to play online, you are going to need to at least pay the £50 a year, or it'll be a bit more if you're paying like monthly or 3 monthly. Exclusive packs for me isn't very good. It's a few skins in a game, not something I'm interested in. Discounts are definitely nice, and you get some good discounts on some games every so often. Next up we have the monthly games, and this is another one I'm really fond of. I think this is really good, the way that they give you 3 games a month, but actually it's not as good on PlayStation 4 at the moment. You only get the 2 games on PlayStation 4 and 1 PS5 game if you have the PlayStation 5 upgrade, so it's definitely worth getting those 3 games, and I'll show you some of the games I've had now. So here's a look at some of the games I've had of PlayStation Plus in recent months. You've got Super Short Hot Wheels, very good. And I definitely recommend getting PlayStation Plus if you're someone with a few kids that like PlayStation and are on the fence about getting it. It's definitely worth getting for the kids games especially. Not so much for the adults. You get some good ones. Stray, that's another good one that came. But a lot of really good games for kids seem to drop on the PlayStation Plus subscription. You can see we've had Hitman 2 here as well, Control, Resident Evil, God of War, although that's in the PlayStation Hits, and that's the other thing I'll show you about the PlayStation subscription that's worth picking up. Spider-Man, another one here, and just a few other ones at the bottom. So nothing too amazing, but for children, there's definitely a lot of good picks on the free games I've had monthly so far. Moving over from monthly games, we've got more free games from PlayStation on this subscription, the PlayStation Plus Collection. Now this has changed once, I think, since it's been launched, so they are going to add games to it every so often and take some games away. And these are just a basic set games that you get from day dot that you can just play basically for having the subscription. My favourite is definitely going to be Days Gone out of this pick, I think, if I'm looking. Yeah, for me, Days Gone is the best pick, but there's a lot of really long format games here, like full single-player games. So if you are a single-player merchant, then you're probably going to have played a lot of these games, but there might be 1 or 2 titles that interest you in here. And it's a little bit more grown up in this section with what you get. Not as many kids games, it doesn't feel. Moving on to that £84 a year, you've got 2 extra little bonuses. You've got the Ubisoft Classics, which of course is more games. You've got your Assassin's Creed, your Watch Dogs in here. You've got some Far Cry's. I'm a big fan of the older Far Cry's myself. Personally, not too sure if there's much extra value in the Ubisoft Classics myself. And the other one you get is a games catalogue. Discover a world of incredible gaming experience. You can see there's a gaming catalogue here as well, the PlayStation Plus Collection, but this one is just slightly different, I guess, where they add a few more games for the money you're giving them. And if I'm perfectly honest, the games here don't really interest me, so I wouldn't say it was worth that extra money based on what's in this package at the moment. But then again, for someone else, they may be seeing game after game that they want to play here. And then we move over to the premium section. £100 a year they want for this particular section to gain access here. And you've got the classic catalogue we'll go to first, which is obviously your old games, and I think this is actually pretty cool considering it's the only place you can play the old games that are available. There are a few gems in here that do throw me back to when I was a younger lad, but certainly not something that I think would keep me interested for the long term, considering all the good games that are out and are obviously newer with better graphics and things like that. But there are definitely 1 or 2 gems sitting in the classic catalogue. Next we have the cloud streaming. We've gone back one here obviously, but next we have the cloud streaming, and this one gives you basically the PlayStation Now ability to go on there and stream games. They've taken PlayStation Now out of it, and we are left with Now streaming, which is a higher subscription price obviously. And the games, again, for me, we're already seeing a lot of games more than once in more than one section here, which is another thing that's not really appealing, if you will. But, you know, these games for me don't look... I played this one a load with my friends, but if you're having to pick out AO Tennis 2 as one of the better picks of the games, it's not looking too good in here, but I'm sure this will get better over time. And the last thing we have is game trials. And game trials are quite nice, but... the one thing I'm not too keen on with the game trials is, again, the game choice. If it was game trials for newer games that are coming on, 30 minutes in certain games, there are some good ones. You can see Horizon Forbidden West, Cyberpunk are both in here for starters. Biomutant as well, not too bad. There ain't too many of them, as you can see. So there are some nice games in here, but it would be cool if there were new games coming out that we got this trial basis on the PlayStation Plus for the money that you're going to be paying, instead of games that have already long been out. And that is it. That is what PlayStation Plus currently offers its members. Personally, I do not think the premium is worth it. I do not think the extra is worth it. And I think the essential is absolutely brilliant for the price. So I do think you get a really good option at the entry level. I do not think there's enough content on the other two or anything to really draw you in that is actually worth all that extra money in the extra or the premium. I just don't see it at the moment personally. Let me know what you think of the versions. Let me know whether you think it's good value for the essential and whether you think the extra and premium are worth it as well. Maybe there's something I've overlooked that's really good. You can let me know in the comment section down below if that's the case. Goodbye for now.